Hi, my name is Jadegalaxy, and that's all you need to know because right now we're going straight to the news, so you guys don't have to fast forward through all these videos and try to get the answers. We're not playing that BS right now. Do not roll the intro. Alright, so OnlyFans has made a decision recently where they are no longer going to allow... I can't say that word. They're no longer going to be letting spicy content onto their site as of October 1st. Now you're thinking what we're all thinking. Isn't that what they're known for? Yes, it is. Like I tweeted earlier today, OnlyFans trying to move away from is like Jeffrey Dahmer stating that he's becoming vegan. It just doesn't work that way. Now, over the last few months, a lot of the media has been fear-mongering their audiences and making multiple accusations and stating that OnlyFans was going to be moving away from said content. Everyone thought it was just this, fear-mongering. How can you end up leaving that off your platform? That's what makes you all your money. Well, it happened. Lots of us that are creators on that page went ahead and messaged OnlyFans when this article came out yesterday stating that OnlyFans was going to be moving away from this content. We all got the same reply though from the OnlyFans themselves, with some of us even getting the statement an hour before they had sent us this email stating that OnlyFans was not going to be moving away from this content and that if they were going to publicly announce it to all of their users. And then we all got hit with an email. This email is notifying you of our changes in our user policy that will go live effective October 1st. The new policy will prohibit posting any new content containing sexual exploitation conduct. Content containing nudity will be allowed to continue as long as it's consistent with the policy. Existing content that does not meet our standards with our new policy will be removed before December 1st, 2021. Our intentions with this policy to be impeded in accordance... Sorry, I'm dyslexic. You gotta stick with me for a second. There's a reason I do this for a living, okay? You guys, I'm not good at reading. With the above dates... But we need to change one more thing of the date circumstances required. Here is our new acceptable use policy. Why has the policy changed? Due to our platform's rapidly growing rate and the platform growing over $5 billion since inception, we increasingly rely on large banking institutions and payment processors to facilitate payments between fans creators. The new rules are necessary to comply with the requirements of these financial institutions and are the only way to help ensure long-term stability for OnlyFans. OnlyFans creators, diverse, blah, blah, home content creators, blah, blah. We look forward to continuing improving our platform. This is just dumb, okay? Let's see what their new policies say, though. Okay, this is example B. Shows, promotes, advertise, or refers to sexual explicit content, which means actual or stimulated sexual intercourse, genitalia, oral genitalia, anal genitalia, oral to anal, between person of any sex. Actual or simulation of masturbation. Any exhibiting of the anus or genitalia of the person, which is extreme or offensive. How is my butthole offensive to you? Rude. Actual or simulated material deflecting bodily fluids commonly secreted during sexual conduct. So, you can get away with a lot. I don't know, what else can we get away with? So basically, the way that you're possibly able to get around this, but keep in mind that any platform can decide what does and does not go against their community guidelines. I'm looking at you, TikTok. You suck. But with this all being said, majority of people's content might have to be taken down. You might be able to get away with some of this nudity that you're able to post onto there, but how much are we actually going to be able to get away with, and when are they going to change the guidelines again to state that there is no nudity allowed because it wasn't good enough for their bank investors? At the end of the day, a lot of people will probably want to say, well, it might be because of human trafficking, it might be because of minor safety issues, when there was an article that stated that they did find 16 accounts that were being used for minor, and those accounts got taken down. At the end of the day, though, it is mainly because of these banking people do not feel comfortable with the sexual orientation of what this website has grew into fruition. And I also do believe that they are trying to make their way into the stock market so they could get a lot more people to start investing in the app and make even more money off the platform. Now, when you're able to go ahead and make more money off the platform, putting into the stock market and having investors in it, yes, you are going to be losing those constant payments that they did get from all of their OnlyFans creators, which, by the way, was 20%, which is a lot lower than most pornographic sites. But in their minds, what's going on right now is that they think they're going to be able to get more money from people that are going to invest into their website, move forward with it, and eventually open up to public to be able to have on the App Store so it's more accessible to people. I don't think anyone's really going to be wanting to go on there once their main source of entertainment that was on there is now gone. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be going on to OnlyFans to go subscribe to Martha Stewart to watch her OnlyFans and cooking recipes. That's just not how it's going to go. Now, a lot of people are predicting that this is going to be a lot like the Tumblr situation because these are the same guidelines that they had put out for Tumblr. And we all know how that went. What's Tumblr, right? Tumblr went ahead and had a very large downfall and ended up selling their app for... I ended up messing up on this part, but Tumblr actually sold their app for $3 million when before they had banned pornography, it was worth $1 billion. So, huge downfall. I just saved you a whole spiel of me being nervous in front of the camera. Very sorry. Also, side note, if you're going to make fun of how I read earlier, just don't. I know I'm illiterate. Leave me alone. My parents didn't love me. Now with Tumblr, they were having this issue and had it taken down by Apple from their app stores because they did not want pornography easily accessed through their app store. So they went ahead and took down the pornography and said, okay, put us back. In hindsight, OnlyFans is trying to do this, but they are trying to get onto the platform in the first place. They're trying to get on the app store. They're trying to say like, hey, I want you to easily access this so we can get more money. By also doing this, we're making it very much easier to be able to get ad revenue if they do open up publicly and their subscription base are extremely low, and then that way they are able to have a free base and then different tiers to be able to add on, like Patreon. The thing is, Patreon was an app where people would go ahead and do exactly what they were doing on OnlyFans, but Patreon diverted from this and rebranded themselves extremely fast and nipped it in the bud right when it needed to go. When you think of Patreon, what do you think of? If you go on and look in someone's computer and you see Patreon or you see their Patreon on their credit card bills, what are you thinking? Probably thinking, wow, this person really needs to get out. They're a little bit of a nerd and a big fan of this person. Now with OnlyFans, the number one thing you think about is pornography. This is just an honest question. How do they think they're going to be able to move OnlyFans away from the platform that they have already created? Granted, when they did first start OnlyFans, it was not meant to be a platform for sex workers. It was primarily made to be a platform for peoples that have fans that wanted to be able to make a little extra money for whatever they like to do. Whether you were an artist and you wanted to help sell your art, where you just wanted to have private places to be able to talk to your followers, to be able to grow your community more and have a little extra money in your pocket. That's what it was originally meant for. But a lot of sex workers came by and they decided, wow, this is really awesome. We want to be able to use this to our advantage and make some money off of our pussy. By many sex workers doing this, it made and built OnlyFans to what it is today. So they're just saying, bye-bye. We don't need you anymore. We're going to keep on building this to what it is. My personal opinion is one of two things are going to be happening here. One, they're getting so much backlash right now that they are going to internally just decide, hey, I think we should not do what we are talking about doing. I think we should say sorry. Oopsie, our faux pas, and just go back to the way it is because they're going to lose a mass amount of revenue from this. Or, on the other hand, they are going to go ahead, go through with this October 1st and crash and burn. There are a lot of different conspiracy theories out there, allegedly. This is not factual, but saying that the main owner of OnlyFans is trying to do money laundering through his app, and this is why the banks are coming after him and making sure that he doesn't have this option of pornography, which for some reason is easier to money launder through. I guess so. You're not questioning, hey, why did you just spend $100,000 on this girl that's cooking? But if someone's like, why are you spending $100,000 on this girl that's showing you her pussy? It kind of makes more sense. Like, you could fight that super harder in the court of law. I'm sorry, Judge. I just really liked the way that she flipped her waffles. I am sorry, Judge. I have a pornography addiction, and it is an issue and a disease, and I cannot help myself and I do need help internally. I think that's so much more believable. Oh my god, that's what... That's smart. Oh my god, if I ever money laundered, it's gonna be through porn. Sorry, officers. His eggplant was just so big, I just needed to see it and give him... I just felt so bad. He had bills to pay. And I paid them all. I just wanted him to love me. I'm a lonely person. This is going way too far. Okay, back to the story. Basically, what does this mean for all us workers out there? It's me included. Look at me. I used to be a welder. I have welding certificates. I was a welder for 5 years. This is what I look like now. I do this stuff for a living. What are we gonna do though? Well, number one is we're gonna have to find a new site. Ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to get one of my best friends to make a site for us so that we don't have to go through these issues. I'm trying so hard to convince him. He can do it. I know he can. And I'm trying to convince him. I'll keep you updated if that ever happens. But there are many different sites that people are trying to move to. My personal favorite that I am going to be going to that takes less of a percentage than OnlyFans does themselves, I believe it's only 15% that Fansly takes away, is where I shall be moving to, and where I point all of you that are out of a job come October 1st and have no idea where you're gonna go and is scrambling around feeling absolutely crazy. Like, what are you gonna do? A lot of us rely on this for our main source of income, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if you have something wrong with it, like, you shouldn't be in this video. Bye. But the Fansly site has a lot better people for their banking to basically take a lot more credit cards and debit cards that OnlyFans did not take in the first place. Absolutely amazing. They already have thousands of followers starting to move over there. And if you go to the link down below or go to Jadegalaxy.vip, if you can't click that link down there, it's going to be my top one to go and create your own Fansly account. That is going to be your number one place to go. I suggest you just going ahead and signing up right there if you don't want to know where to go and figure it all out. But I went ahead and asked people on my Instagram, where I have a lot of us sex workers, and asked them all if they had any questions that they wanted me to answer on this video, and let's go through them. Someone just stated that they got the same email too and asked where you could post your smexy stuff and get paid. Fansly, Fansly, Fansly is where I'm going. Now, I'm also trying to figure out some stuff with other people that are on TikTok, other people that are on Instagram. We're trying to figure out which I think would be the best term is to find out where everyone is going so that we can all make a collective move to have our followers also move over there and not have an issue. So that way they're not having to have multiple different websites to have to go through, and so they could all have their news feed of all the people that they used to have on OnlyFans and not have to go in between sites. We're still working on that. I'm trying to get a hold of people, trying to find it out. Another girl over here asking, what should us sex workers do? I'm scared. This is my only income. I'm going to tell you this right now. What we should be doing is going and continuously posting on OnlyFans the way that we normally do. We're going to go ahead and make sure that all of our followers are getting what they paid for. And what we're also going to do is start posting new, different type of content that we are not posting on OnlyFans and making an incentive to move over to Fansly. Your incentive is going to be a very discounted price. We're trying to just move everyone over. We're going to take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else. I am personally going to be taking one of my videos that I'm going to be selling for a pay-per-view on OnlyFans, and I'm going to state in that message as well saying, hey, we are going to be posting this for free on my Fansly page. If you go and follow that over there, it is only going to be X amount of money to go and follow me over there and get this video for free instead of paying the $15-20, whatever I'm pricing that video at. And it's a huge deal and more of an incentive. I have a few followers that have been concerned that messaged me asking me what am I going to do for them. They just subscribed to me for a full year. Now, my full year is like $60 to subscribe to. So me and my team are trying to figure out what we're going to do for those people. First off, it's not fair that they're having to deal with this also, and they were the ones that spent their money and now they feel like they're going to get gypped because, like, what are they going to do? I personally am going to be asking my audience and taking tolls and figuring out if they want free videos once they move over, if they want me to give them larger discounts per month, and figure out what I could do with Fansly on there to give them bigger discounts or possibly free months to go ahead and sustain them for already giving me the money that they have subscribed to me for a certain amount of time for. We're going to be figuring all that out. You need to take care of the people that have been taking care of you throughout this whole entire time and not abandon them in the dust just because we have to change platforms. Number one thing of business. This is a business to me. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but this is a business to me. This is like, I have people working for me, helping me figure out all this stuff, and I've invested my time and money into this. This is my company. Obviously, I'm not just like this worker. I try my hardest to make funny content on TikTok. I try my hardest to do sexy to funny, goofy photo shoots on Instagram, which, by the way, you should follow me, Jadegalaxy.vip on Instagram, Jadegalaxy.vip 1, 2, and 3 on TikTok. And on Twitter, I try to post lewds because I don't know how Twitter works that well, but every once in a while, I like to go speak my mind, and it's usually funny. But we are not abandoning our businesses. We need to make sure that we are taking care of our followers and ourselves and making sure that we are just going to go ahead and move forward. You have to think about it also. We have a month. You have a month to continuously post and get as much money as you can from all of these other places and move them over to that new place. A lot of your followers will follow over there. And my final thoughts on everything is just, I feel like this was inevitable. I feel like that because of the Sesta Fossa, I think I'm saying that right, bill that was passed, it basically makes it so that it is extremely hard for sex workers to even make money. Even though this country was built on sex workers, if you don't realize that during the gold rush, a lot of brothels were brought to the U.S. by women, because during the gold rush, there wasn't a lot of women coming out here to California and wanting to be around all these sweaty ass men trying to find their gold, all right? But there were a lot of women that realized that they could profit off these men making this gold and go ahead and give them a little bit of that good time. And in turn, there are a lot of brothels that actually went ahead and took their funds to make schools for children, to make churches for the community, and help build the community as a whole. But who cares about those people, right? Because history doesn't care about you if you were working as a sex worker, because what do you have to offer besides your pussy? You have no brains. You didn't help construct any part of the U.S. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. But if you are a sex worker, please don't feel like the world's against you, because even though it is for all of us, and I'm sure that we're all going to grow into a bigger community to help figure out what we're all going to be able to do to make more money and how we're all going to be able to get together on better platforms to figure out where the best platform is for us to go ahead and make that money. At the end of the day, don't give up on your dreams and just try not to worry too much about everything. It's going to be hard. It sucks a lot. But we got this in the bag. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or threats, please put them down below. If you want to comment or threaten anything about my appearance, please make it funny at least, so I could have a laugh. Because if you don't make it funny, what was the point of you commenting it? Like, at least make some of us laugh about it. Gosh. But anyways, that was my news for today. I'm sure I'll be covering more as much as I can. Yeah, God and whoever else help us all that rely on this for an income, and hopefully we all can figure this shit out together. All right, bye, love you. I'm going to eat some ice cream.